Hello, friends. Welcome to your December reading for Gemini. I hope you all are enjoying your December so far. The Hierophant, tomato, right? King of Swords. Okay, we got two more. Knight of Swords came out with Five of Wands. Five of Wands seems to be a very prevalent energy for this month. I think it's come out 3 out of the 4 readings that I've done so far. Excuse me. So, just an interesting thing that's going on. I don't know. Five of Wands, it can be in the upright as it came out for you guys. That can be like some kind of argument or disagreement, something that's some kind of what do I want to call it? Like a disharmony. It doesn't have to be like a full-on battle, but something going on there where there's argument, not seeing eye to eye kind of a thing. For others, it's been in the reverse, and that can be avoiding the conflict. So just something to keep an eye out when you're, engaging with other people. What was it? When I was doing the full moon reading the other night, one of my friends had mentioned that Mars was particularly close to the moon, and that caused people to be a little more aggressive. So we might just be seeing that kind of energy right now across the board. And I mean, we're in the holidays, so unfortunately sometimes we do just see that. People get caught up in their emotions or whatever, and unfortunately, with where we're at as humans on the world right now, kind of the default that a lot of us have been programmed to go to is anger. So again, just be mindful of that and know that that might be just an underlying tone that's going through right now. Try not to be as confrontational, or just acknowledge when it's happening and take a step back and say, hey, is this really needing to happen right now, right? Anyway, that's just a note for the whole collective. Now, for yours in particular, the Hierophant, I always get a little tripped up on that. But that is connecting in that spiritual or religious space. So you might be spending more time, in your holy spaces, or, with your spaces in your own home that are devoted to prayer and connection and things like that. Again, no surprise, because in this holiday season, depending on your faith, there are accents of spending more time. Accents? I don't know why I said that, but okay. There's a heavier push on, being in that connection and being intentional about spending more time in those spaces. The one that I'm most familiar with is Christianity, and I know that they have extra services that they attend, or Catholic, or even in the Jewish faith. I mean, you have Hanukkah, or you have 8 crazy nights. So many faiths at this time of the year have added time spent in that space. So again, just not very surprising, but many of you are seeing that connection. The King of Swords, especially paired there, it's an interesting almost dichotomy, because you have your spiritual side, which is, it tends to be more intuitive, more heart-centered. And then the King of Swords is more talking about the logic base and, you know, intellect. It's more thought-based. So seeing them together there, it does feel like a balancing of these energies within yourself, which is a great place to be. You know, there might be a bunch of things that you are thinking through right now and coming to truth with. And as I said that, it kind of made me feel like, for some of you, it might be that, you know, you've been struggling with your faith. But in this season, you are coming to see some truths about what it is you believe and everything that entails. So if that's you, lean into that. And I mean, I always consider myself on a journey. If you've met me anytime in the last 15 years, that's what I've been saying. And that's why I named my channel as I did. But when you're in a part of your journey where you are seeing what is truth in your being, and you're finding yourself able to lean more into that, it's a beautiful place to be. So keep exploring that. Maybe, you know, if you don't already, maybe start keeping a journal and jot it down. Think, you know, just write down the things that you have been thinking, what has brought you into these truths, what you've seen lately that maybe has made you come into these beliefs, or strengthen your beliefs. Whatever it may be for your own situation, a journal might be very helpful right now. So for whoever that might be for, test it out. Again, we come to the Five of Wands, and that one is paired with the Knight of Swords in reverse. They came out together, I mean. So the Knight of Swords, knights are always coming in really fast. I always say coming in hot. And with this Knight of Swords, it can be like you are moving in quickly, but you're not really thinking about the consequences. And especially when paired with this Five of Wands, it's like you want to argue and you want to fight, and you have this idea in your head that's so clear to you that you're just shutting off the other person that you're engaging with. So you're not really engaging, you're just yelling at a wall, because you're not allowing them to bring in their feedback. And a lot of times this is based in maybe a fear of being wrong, or, you know, and even as I'm saying this, I'm like, you're not going to want to hear this. It's almost calling you out. But it's like, it's argument for the sake of argument, right? And you're not thinking about what the fallout is. So the person that you may be in this argument with, maybe you really value your relationship with them, but you're so caught on trying to make your point that you're not really thinking about, you know, if I drive this home and we're just completely at odds, what does that mean for us? You know, sometimes being right is not the most important thing. So I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah, let's pull an advice card. I think you kind of know what to do already, just based on what we've talked about so far. Overall, it does seem like you're in a pretty good space. Again, connecting with both your logical side and your intuitive side. So keep that up, and you know, your relationship within yourself seems really well balanced. It's whatever's going on externally with maybe just one person too, I don't know. what is the value in that relationship, and is being right the most important thing right now? Probably not. Leaping in love. Yeah. So for a few of you, that's kind of interesting. Usually I don't have like a whole different message that comes through in an advice card, but for just some of you, there may be a new opportunity in the romantic realm for you, and it just wanted me to say, like, go for it. Don't fall into your normal hesitations. Okay? Now, for everyone else in this general reading, applying it back to this overall reading. Again, you seem to have a very good connection within yourself in handling like your day-to-day and handling your overall life. But with this one particular thing that's going on, this argument, or it doesn't even have to be like at the level of an argument. It can just be a disagreement, something that you're not seeing eye to eye on with someone. Come at it from a place of love, because you care about that person. Okay? So don't lose sight of that. Again, in just trying to be right. Step back for a minute and ask yourself, if I was leaping into this situation in love, with that preset of love, not in romantic love, just with that preset of love, loving thy neighbor, loving the people around you, loving that person in whatever relationship it is that you have with them, how might I address this a little bit differently? That's a good question to ask anytime, but I can see where that would be helpful in this particular situation. So I hope that that was helpful. I'm excited to dive a little bit deeper over on Patreon. So if you are interested as well, we'll get some clarifying cards, and we'll just see what the cards have to tell us. I try to keep it really affordable for everyone, so check it out if it's speaking to you. And regardless whether you follow me over there or not, thank you so much for being here and supporting this channel. Like, comment, subscribe if it's speaking to you here. And I look forward to reading to you again soon. Thank you so much. Love ya.